Alright, hello everyone and welcome to Super Animal Royale. Or at least in a little bit. I'm just going to quickly show there's some giveaway that I'm doing. I'm just going to give away a couple copies of the $15 version of the game. The game is ordinarily free to play, but if you get the $15 version, you get a bunch of extra stuff unlocked. It'll be in the description if you want to do that. But let's just talk about Super Animal Royale. It's a Battle Royale game, top-down thankfully, but I don't usually enjoy Battle Royales that much. But this one really hits the spot. It's got some really good mechanics, solid range of weapons, everything feels pretty darn well balanced with, like, only one or two exceptions. It's just good. The game is a lot of fun. I mean, I know I'm a bit of a sucker for top-down games in general, but, yeah, as twin sticks go, this is one of the best that I've played. It's just fast-paced, too. I think one of my problems with a lot of Battle Royales is that they're like, I don't know, 20 minutes long, or sometimes more. This game, I think it caps out around 7 or 8 minutes, it's something like that. I'm not being paid to say any of this, I just legitimately like the game, but yeah. I've just got some gameplay running in the background as well, so you can see what is going on. I'm not going to commentate over gameplay, because I figured trying to commentate over a Battle Royale game, even if it is fast-paced like this, would probably get really boring. There's still dead stretches where you're just trying to get loot, trying to move around the map and all of that. But yeah, let's talk about the game some more. So, base gameplay, you get 2 weapon slots. You choose whatever weapons you want off of the ground. You get 1 power-up slot, of which like 3 are any good. And you get 1 grenade slot. There's 3 types of grenades. There's grenades, bananas, and skunk bombs. And so a lot of the game comes into figuring out how to get a balanced loadout based on where the end circle is going to land. So throughout the game, like most Battle Royales, there's this circle that closes in and contracts how much playable area there is. So you'll find that as the game goes on, it gets more and more hectic, but people also have better loot, so once you kill people, you can take their stuff. It's very nice. Right here I'm using a deagle and a jag. The jag is probably the most busted weapon in the game, if not the jag, then the sniper rifle, but those 2 weapons are incredibly powerful, just also rare. So how loot is distributed is you don't just randomly like find a jag on the ground. You'll find it inside of a crate that's visible through fog of war. So other players will know if they're nearby that you're picking up this crate and they'll be able to target you accordingly. There's some risk reward going on there. And yeah, this guy just had a jag, so might as well take it. But yeah, the game's mechanics are awesome though. Like, look at the hit detection. It is just, it's clean. You got some good hit detection, even with, well, 60 ping isn't a ton, but it's enough that some games you would notice it, and in this game you really don't, until you get to that 200 ping-ish range. It also has a really interesting armor system. So there's armors from level 1 to 3, and a bar of armor, in most cases, just blocks a hit. So whether that's 1 shotgun pellet, a pistol pellet, an AK shot, it'll just block 1 hit. There's not like a set health value for armor. There are weapons that do extra to armor, but it's just the Magnum, the Deagle, and the Sniper, so it's pretty rare exceptions. And then there's also a couple guns that can pierce through armor partially. Part of the reason the Sniper is so incredibly broken is it just shoots out 3 armor at once and does like 97 damage or something. It's crazy good, as long as you know how to switch. And there is switching. You can switch from your weapon to your melee as soon as you shoot to gain some speed, and it keeps things really interesting. But yeah, I love how fast-paced this game is. You're just constantly, as soon as you find people, it starts fight after fight after fight. And you have just enough downtime in those fights if you position properly to be able to heal up. Like right here, you can create cover for yourself with a skunk bomb. Or if you had a normal grenade, you could go for a kill. There's just a lot of options that the game presents you with. And yeah, it's so much fun. I know it also looks like a Flash game. I mean, it pretty much plays like a Flash game too, but it plays like a really good Flash game, and sometimes that's all you want. Oh, I got stuck on the wall there, oh no. Also, the game does have multiplayer, so I'm playing just the solo mode right here, but you can play in duos or a squad of up to 4. Or sometimes there's some seasonal, like 32 versus 32 mode. I don't really know what that's about, because for the most part I just play with 1 or 2 friends usually, but it's fun solo too. It's one of those games you can actually enjoy either way. Wow, my aim there is atrocious. And that is absolutely necessary to do. Yeah, It's neat. Even once you drop into the start of a match, like you can see the match has been going on for less than a minute here, and I've already got a decent amount of loot. Like I've got a good armor, I've got a grenade, I've got some guns that I wanted. You get set up real fast, and you're already, like, I've had 3 fights here now, 4. It doesn't stop. Also, there's sort of vehicles. I know a lot of Battle Royale games have vehicles. Vehicle might be a strong word for some of these, though. There's a hamster ball, and then there's different types of emus. So you can get like a fast emu, you can get a slow one that's healthy. For the most part, the fast one is the best, but there's also one with a knife taped to its head, and it does more damage. It's wonderful. The game has a lot of charm going for it. Even the community has its charms too. Maybe a little bit less so right now, with the release onto Xbox and a bit of a bigger player base. There are some questionable people in the lobbies, I would say. But, not sure what that guy was doing. But for the most part, the community is very chill. There's also some cult that has started praising the bananas, because that's just a thing that happens. And the game does have lore, and it's actually incredibly dark for some reason. I don't know. There's a lot more than you might expect out of this game, so I really do recommend just giving it a shot. And yet again, yeah, another case of just near the end of the game, it's fight after fight. You have to know where the armors were, so I remembered that there was an armor 2 up there. Go back down, try to fight someone else. And at this point, there's only 3 people left in the match, so I can just run around and try to stab them all. Now it's just me and one other guy, so you can see where the next circle's going to end. And so there's a few different ways to win. You can try to out-heal him in this gas, or you can try to actually kill them outright, or force them into a position where they try to kill you outright, which I think is what I do in this game. Because now he has to run from the bottom left to get up to me, and there's only one real path to do that. So I have the opportunity to fully heal up and then just, like, plant skunk bombs there. And he won't be able to move through without taking damage, just like that. As a side note, I have no idea if this format is at all appealing to any of you. Usually I do play a run of something and then record as I go. That's not really an option for a Battle Royale as mentioned earlier. So please do feel free to give any feedback here. That guy was stuck in a room, which is a terrible idea. I killed Nick Cage? Oh no. There's not really any cohesion to this either, so all of my videos are always unscripted. I'm not sure how well that works in this instance. So, as always, is this enough? Do you just want to hear me ramble on? Because I can totally do that. And if you want something else, feel free to let me know, and I'll figure out what I can do. Unless it's ASMR. I've been asked that, and I have no intention of doing that ever, so that's a no. But I think this is the last game of the bunch. It's also pretty action-packed, too. I mean, there's only 5 players left, but the circle's pretty small. Thankfully, there was an armor 3 at that mole crate there, so I'm pretty sure I'd want to approach the bottom right-ish to try to get a better spot where I wouldn't get third-partied. And hope that the enemies don't have Jags, too, because that's the easiest way to lose here. That guy completely missed everything, and that's a-okay by me, and I jumped into a grenade. So yeah, one advantage to the skunk bombs as well is you can hear when an enemy steps into it, so you kind of know where they're at. The game is apparently fairly big on audio. My audio is not high enough to hear footsteps, but I've been told that's a thing as well. Boom. There it is. But yes, I hope you've all enjoyed. I mean, it's been fun playing this game to even just record these, and I'll probably keep playing it in the future, so do tell if you want anything changed, and also a reminder there was that giveaway. Check out the description if you want that, don't if you don't, it's just a couple copies of the Super Edition, so it's entirely optional. But, thank you all again for watching, and have a wonderful day.